on. You don't know what's in that.
Yeah, I think he was wondering what was in there too. Javi fired up for his chance yet again to come into Hollywood and make a name for himself. He's made one across the world, but continues to search for dominance here in Hollywood.
Time to bang your head. Javi has had some big matches already here in the United Wrestling Network. Made his debut with a World Championship opportunity with Jordan Cruz. Came up just short and used it as a lesson that, hey, when life gets you down, you got to just keep fighting on. You know, he's a real inspiration to the core kids out there. And most recently coming off of a victory over a very tough, very focused Joey Lancaster out in Irvine. With the inside cradle, expecting Javi to bow down to Armenian royalty. That was not going to happen.
Yeah, Javi there has a head in tight. Smart start by Javi to try to limit the movement of the Armenian royalty.
I'll tell you this of Alec Tomas, though, and which is the case of so many great Armenian fighters in the Southern California region. He is a very prolific striker. Saw some nasty knees. Well, speaking of nasty knees, in the nether region, got the Armenian royalty right in the crown jewels.
Yeah, and Alec Tomas, as he's caught again here. Man, fast action here. Man, this thing will not stop. Look at these guys move. Trying to highlight Alec Tomas for a second, but I can't even catch a breath with how fast the action's been thus far.
All right.
There he is.
There we go. Found a drink. Gave me some nice cool water there.
Take a little break. But of Alec Tomas, we've seen him here in Hollywood before.
I think he was talking strategy out there with our fan. Look at this. Little schoolboy type tactics there with the trip up. And Tomas has not exactly had a great start here.
He hasn't, but, you know, when you look at this guy, he's got a great physique. I've seen him in training. He's very good. He just needs his chance. And right now, Javi just so unorthodox, so unique in his approach and his attacks. Tomas not able to get his footing thus far in this fight.
We've seen two types of headbanging in that corner. They're in the entrance, the traditional metal headbanging, and now going to work on the cabeza there of Tomas. Beautiful rolling headlock takedown there by Javi.
I just like how confident, how calm Javi remains throughout his fights. He's almost just seems to enjoy, no matter what position he's in, he just likes to be in the ring. This is a core kid who absolutely loves pro wrestling, has credited it along with metalcore music to saving his life and saving the life of many of his fans.
Yeah, well, I don't think he's enjoying what's happening right now. A rake to the eyes by Tomas with the backbreaker, looking to put him away, cannot.
And that's what I like to see from Alec Tomas, that aggressive cover, forearm across the face. This mean streak from Tomas as he's starting to pump. Beautiful standing suplex, fundamental.
Into the cover now, looking to put him away. This would be a huge feather in the cap of Tomas. If he can score a second consecutive United Wrestling Network victory, especially over someone who's fought under the bright lights. He was out there in NXT. Was Javi, battled back from what many thought would be a career-ending injury. Did Javi, and look at a battle here. This thing is getting heated and physical in a hurry. With the sidewalk slam, Tomas, so much power.
You could immediately see the back pain and cover there on Javi. That really took a toll on the lower back of Javi as Alec Tomas, the Armenian royalty, looks to mount from the back here. And, that's in deep there, TK.
Oh, man, trying to humble him here is Tomas, sitting deep into this camel clutch. He's got the hands clasped under the chin. I mean, your body's not supposed to bend that way. He's taking him to Scorpion City here.
That's right. Many of the great wrestlers from that part of planet Earth have used that to their advantage. Alec though, unable to put him away. And Javi tried to get to a vertical base, but too much pain on that lower back.
Javi has on the magnetic boots, back a suplex of his own. But that's going to be a sacrifice play. A lot of pressure as Javi came down as well, delivering that suplex. That back has been compromised.
Yeah, it was the right move at the right time, but he did feel it. You can see Javi still just doesn't even want to put the lower back on the canvas, just lifting it a few inches off, trying to relieve the pain he's already experienced.
Well, both are just succumb to the pain here. The count is up to 7. We might see a double count out. We got a little Rocky II type action here. Who wants it more? Who can dig down? Javi gets back to his feet, as does Tomas, and action resumes, and we got a good one here.
You know, Tomas took this fight on short notice. You got to give him his respect, give him his flowers for coming in here and trying to put it down against Javi. Right now, though, Tomas in trouble. Javi is fired up.
Well, you don't get ready, you stay ready in the world of combat sports, and I don't think Tomas is ready for this. That's called the circle pit, that boot into the half-and-half suplex, and now a DDT to boot. Javi looking to score the victory. Tomas powers out.
With that offensive flurry from Javi, I thought for sure he was going to pick up the dub right there, but man, Tomas knows just how important it is to try and cement himself on this roster with the United Wrestling Network and kicking out on pure instinct.
Boy, now I talked about the striking ability of Tomas. You saw it there, just vicious form. There are some IQ-changing shots being thrown here, and I'm not talking about changing your IQ for the better.
Yeah, hard-hitting fight developing and unfolding here in Hollywood, and Tomas answers. Look at that, Tomas with a nice go-behind. Rear waistlock right into the strike to the back of the neck.
It's the one you don't see coming. It's super devastating. Wow, look at that. Spinning around, drives him down. Had the leg over there to secure the cover, and now it's Javi having to show his heart and will to fight on. Great matchup here, back and forth, seesaw stuff.
Yeah, I mentioned it earlier. Tomas taking this fight on short notice. He has been absolutely impressive. And now has some words of choice.
Oh, he said you got to do it the hard way. Going to try and make him bow down in servitude. Javi catches the foot there, catches the kick. Not bowing down for anybody. Oh, Tomas, double underhook, double underhook. Oh, what a meeting of the minds. Oh, somehow Javi is feeding off of it.
Somehow, some way, that headbutt dropped Tomas, but now Javi.
He calls that the spin. This ruminating gets the win.
Here is your winner, Javi.
Spin this room. The room is spinning for Tomas. More coming your way on Championship Wrestling. Set for women's tag team action. It's going to be interesting to see the mindset of Alex Gracia after coming up short in her title bid with Big Mama at Sunday Night Slam.
And their opponents, the team of the center of attention, Ricky Cruz and Gypsy, Mack.
And a lot of history between Alex Gracia and the center of attention, Brittany Brooks. Teaming with Gypsy Mack here. A whole lot of peak power here in Levity Live.
It really is. I'm very excited to see this match. Don't be mistaken. You see 4 beautiful women enter the arena. These are 4 badasses. All 4 of them have had him, with my opinion, match of the year candidate over the last year. The women's division has never been stronger thanks to these 4 women. And I'm excited to see this tag team match. Not used to tagging together, neither team. But tonight, a little bit of pride, a little bit of grudge on the line here.
Tag made there by Gracia.
Perfect time to make a tag. I love it.
Yep.
Very smart.
Got a powerhouse in there, and Jen Savini, and thought that Gracia was going to be teaming up with Vipress as they had kind of galvanized out of a rivalry. But calling an audible here to the roster was Gracia, maybe trying to keep her opponents thinking here. Look at this, nice roll up the other way by Gypsy Mack, swing and a miss there by Savini. Man, I'll tell you, this team, as you see, you talk about teaming together, you know, relatively short amount of time. Great teamwork being displayed here by Brooks and Gypsy Mack. Here's the cover by the center of attention.
Yeah, and if you're Gracia, you know, you pick Jen Savini, it's a great pick. I mean, right now, Savini in trouble against Brittany Brooks, who's really become a star here in Hollywood. There's no question about it.
Well, everywhere she's gone, in fact. And started so young, did Brittany Brooks, and is really coming into her own. Who wants to see her face on the ground? The crowd does. Bulldog City, USA. There by Brooks, rearranging the face of Savini. SoCal hippie Savini, but there's no love and peace in her offense. Nice aggression. Oh, look out here from the outside. Getting the advantage there is Gracia. Pink Dream is a nightmare wherever she goes.
I like it. I like what Pink Dream has done over the course of the last 12 months, as she has reshaped the definition of what it means to be successful. Dumps her back in for Jen to cover, and only one.
You know, it seems to me like Gracia is making Savini do a lot of the heavy lifting here, just being very opportunistic from the outside.
It does, and that's exactly the right word. Opportunity has been abundant. And now look at this. Gracia wants to get involved in the corner with that boot, and she does.
Well, you can't say that the pink or the center of attention doesn't have soul, because she just ate some. The soul of that boot. And now Gracia, when everything's going the way of her team, decides to come in. Raking the eyes across that top rope.
She was just dragging her face on those steel cables that we call ropes. And this is what I like about Alex Gracia. She puts her fingerprints on everything she does. And the beautiful Nightmare now in control of Brittany Brooks. What a match we saw between these two women last year. And now getting a little bit of deja vu here, as Pink Dream is dominant.
Boy, just nasty, nasty stuff here. If you thought that Alex Gracia was in a bad mood heading into Sunday Night Slam, even more so after coming up short in that title opportunity, and now going for the cover here, Brooks. And I got to wonder, after that loss against Big Mama, do you think Gracia's thinking, hey, I need some strength in numbers?
I know Alex well, and she's the type who, she never questions herself. She's always right back on the horse, right back with her eyes on the target. That target remains Big Mama's United Wrestling Network World Championship. Just coming up short at Sunday Night Slam was Alex Gracia, but now she's here with Jen Savini, and they're dominating.
That was a great matchup. Brittany Brooks starts to battle back. Man, look at the velocity on that back elbow. Brooks came flying. And now look at, where is Gracia scurrying off to like a little rat?
Well, you see her just on the reverse side of the ring there. Nice European uppercut. In and out. She said, didn't work, and bye-bye.
Yeah, takes the tag out of the playbook there. Here's the cover by Savini, using her size and strength to try and get the win. And, you know, you talked about how hotly contested the women's division is. See, four of the top here. It's great to see some women's division tag team action. Got to wonder who's going to be next up in line to get a shot at Big Mama. Oh, what a shot in the corner. Oh, man, the lights are on, but nobody's home for Brittany. And just instinct alone might have saved her there, Christian.
Yeah, Brooks shooting up that left arm, getting the shoulder up at the last second. But she's in a bad spot, TK. I mean, isolated in the corner, Savini and Gracia really putting it on Brooks.
Gypsy Mack trying to urge the crowd to get behind her partner here. The center of attention. Oh, down goes Gracia.
Yeah, Mack wants in on this fight. Brooks needs to fight through Savini. Nice crossbody. Rolls over. Gets the tag.
That was a great move by Brooks. The crossbody allowed her to get past her opponent, who was cutting off the ring quite effectively, and make this tag. And we got a whole nother animal here.
Yeah, Gypsy Mack, so fresh and so clean, comes in. Elusive and a nasty, thunderous chop from Mack.
Oh my goodness, incredible using her assets. It's a nightmare right now for Gracia. Oh man, the knee I think buckled though of Gypsy Mack. I think she hit that rope and it reverberated. How about the power by Gracia with the suplex? Now makes the tag. We got some great tag team action here.
Savini comes in with that knee. Savini in for the cover. But Brooks, who hadn't quite gotten out of the ring yet, right on the spot, breaks it up, and now Gracia eats an elbow.
Oh man, baseball is back, and we are seeing some fastballs being thrown across the plate. The knee, and then that forearm shot there by Brittany. Savini's got her hooked up. Mack undoing that. What a spear. Boy, there's a lot going on here, a lot to digest.
Brooks goes to the outside, now she can get in. She's legal now.
And a dive to the outside. That takes out Gracia. That leaves Brittany Brooks in. Says it's Brittany, and I'll let her say the rest. Yes!
Here are your winners, the team of Gypsy Mack and Brittany Brooks.
Competitive women's division tag team action, and a victory for Brooks there. That's got to feel good when Gracia, her nemesis, is on the other side. More action coming your way on Championship Wrestling. Challenger Matias has got his game face on. He has gotten in the best shape of his career.
There's no doubt about it, TK. Matias looking leaner and meaner. And this 2026 version of him is championship material. The question is, can he get it done tonight against the dominant champion?
Will this be the crowning moment for Matias? Champion, 1 in a million, Maximilian, the Mammoth of Montenegro, as his manager, Jordan Castle, almost wrote a check he couldn't cash there, that $10,000 body slam challenge. And if Castle hadn't gotten involved, I do believe that Matias would have slammed the champion.
Well, it certainly looked that way, TK. Matias had lifted Maximilian up into the air, and Castle right on the spot to break it up, but this is the title match everyone's been talking about. Since its confirmation last week, we knew Maximilian would have his biggest test ever as Heritage Champion. And standing across the ring from him, Matias, in the best shape of his life. Let's go to Will for the announcements.
The challenger from Gold Country, California, weighing in at 247 pounds, Matias!
And his opponent, standing 6'4", weighing 245 pounds. He is your reigning, defending, and forever Heritage Heavyweight Champion. 1 in a million.
Matthias has come completely unglued. It is a rough territory for the champion here. A very partisan crowd, certainly behind the challenger, Matthias.
Maximilian has been a dominant figure, a controversial figure, and certainly one that invokes the emotions of the wrestling world. Since becoming Heritage Champion, he has been nothing short of flawless. But his biggest test stands in front of him tonight. Matthias across the ring with championship gold in sight.
Maximilian started his reign right here in Levity Live, Oxnard, when he defeated the then champion, EJ Sparks. Swing and a miss. Look out here, the power of Matthias. And taking the champ pillar to post.
Matthias already surprising everyone. He's got that double leg in deep and just controlling Maximilian, who gets planted. All the air and leaving the lungs of the champion.
You're right. I saw it. It was tough for Maximilian to catch a breath. He was gasping a little bit there. Think of the pressure, and Matthias is not going to sit back and wait. He's taking the fight to the champion on the outside. Deposits him on the apron. Got to get him back in there, though. The only way that Matthias can win the title is by pinfall or submission back in the squared circle.
Yeah, but thus far, a great start for Matthias.
Give me a break.
Look at Castle there trying to get involved. And enough time to distract Matthias, who's hung up in the ropes.
That distraction by the pipsqueak manager, and down goes Matthias in a heap. And look at this, you gotta be kidding me.
Jordan Castle with those size 7 shoes.
It's like getting swarmed by flies. Gnats more like it. But the distraction turned the tide of this matchup. It was all Matthias.
I mean, what a hell of a start for Matthias. TK comes out dominating, able to lift the champion, carry him across the ring, turnbuckle, pillar to post. But just when Jordan Castle saw that his championship was in jeopardy, defending the champion, and now Maximilian dominant.
Yeah, but, you know, it's all for naught now, that quick start by Matthias, because it's so hard to fight from underneath against the champion. Look at this. Big scooping up. Power slam. My goodness, how dynamic was that to retain? These two faced off once before. Jordan Castle made it clear that it took a little over 4 minutes for Maximilian to get the win, but this is a very different Matthias this time out.
Matthias has grown, he's matured. You know, he's turned his show muscles into go muscles. I've never seen the guy look as good as he does, as sharp as he does tonight. He has prepared for this championship shot.
High impact excellence by the champion. The reverse neck breaker there.
And the truth is, I mean, he's been training like Rocky, TK. He's been in the gym day in and day out, and he needs every bit of that training to get past the Heritage Champion.
Snake eyes now by the champ. The champion, total control, black hole slam. Maximilian looking to put this thing away, and Matthias showing the heart of a true champion. Yeah, I think, you know, he leaned out, and I think the idea was to try and draw the heavily muscled Maximilian into deep water, gas him out. He might not get that opportunity.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Try to get towards the ending rounds, and right now in trouble with that neck crake, though.
Champion in control, punishing the challenger. We'll be back with more after this. Welcome back, everyone, to our Heritage title main event. Maximilian in control. He's attacking the neck. Might be trying to soften him up for the Max Factor.
Yeah, just before the break, we saw Jordan Castle get involved in this fight, just causing enough of a distraction to turn the tides and allow Maximilian to take over. And since that point, champion's been dominant, TK.
This crowd in Oxnard believes in Matthias. Matthias believes in himself. He willed himself back to his feet, and he's throwing some serious soup bones.
Massive right hands from Matthias, unanswered. Champion's backed up into a corner.
Challenger has fought his way back into this thing. He's still hurting, though, and a step behind there, charging in. And the champ charges. Look out here. The champion's got side sidewalk slam. Here's the cover, new champ. Not yet.
2 7/10. It looks like Massey right on top of the action. He had the perfect angle, and the champion lives to fight another day. TK, I have never seen Maximilian's championship in such jeopardy, in such peril, as we are witnessing right now. The rebirth of Matias, trying to get his comeuppance, trying to become Heritage Champion, but he's caught. Wow. Saito suplex.
Wow, champ now digging down deep, hooks the leg. No, Matias kicks out again. Matias was looking for the lariat, got caught in the Saito, and you got to wonder if doubt starts to creep in, because this Matias is like a man possessed. Uh-oh, he's sizing him up. He's looking for that max factor. If he hooks it in, it could be over here. You got to fight the hands. You got to fight the clasp if you're the challenger.
You can see Matias trying to fight back, trying to bend the arm, and now finger manipulation.
He got out of it. He got out of it. He's got the champ in the wall. He's going to the eyes.
Yeah, Massey can't see it. Referee on the other side of the action.
And now he used that to leverage to get into the max factor, kicking off here. Oh my goodness, look at that. That is close to what Jordan Cruz did to the masterpiece at Sunday Night Slam, and it almost worked there for Matias.
Yeah, a little coaching and motivation from Jordan Castle to the champion on the ring apron. But the champ beats a big right hand here, TK. Can Matias put him away? Can he become Heritage Champion?
Boy, does he have the power to bring the champion in like this? No, no, Castle grabbed the leg. Look at this. Come on, no.
Here is your winner, and still your United Wrestling Network Heritage Champion, 1 in a million, Maximilian.
A complete heist. Last week, Matias would have slammed the champion. Jordan Castle grabs the leg. This time, it would have been a suplex from the outside inside, and the pipsqueak strikes again.
A heist. The robbery of the century. A dominant outing for Matias. The Heritage Gold was threatened, but no. The champion retains, and Maximilian continues on his historic reign as United Heritage Champion.
Win if you can, cheat if you must. Cruz must always cheat for his man to win. Give me a break. This is a heartbreak for Matias. He was ready. He was ready for his moment. It was robbed. We'll see you next week. Give me a break. You are looking at Los Angeles, California, a mecca for entertainment and sports, the city where the world champion Dodgers look to three-peat as World Series champions, and we are in the home of combat sports in Southern California. Thunder Studios, everybody, Todd Kennelly here, along with Johnny LaQuasto. The calm before the storm, the countdown for Sunday Night Slam. where we will hear from the challenger for the world title, Fred Rosser, but we got some action as well.
And what a night it's going to be, TK. On a holiday where families love to gather together, the United Wrestling Network has provided an Easter feast of action. Can't wait to get to it.
We don't have to wait. It is indeed time to fight on. And whenever the Wolf Zaddies are in the house, it truly is fight night.
The following tag team match is set for one fall. Introducing first, weighing in at a combined weight of 499 pounds, the team of Bad Dude Tito and Latino Meat Shea Cabrera, the Wolf Zaddies.
Wolf Zaddies were in action in the countdown show to our first Sunday Night Slam, where they defeated the Avantourage as dominant as ever. How about that tequila screwdriver by Tito?
No doubt, former United World Tag Team Champions as part of TMZ held the titles for a record 931 days. Of course, those titles now held by 5150. They will look to defend tonight on the broadcast.
And their opponents, the team of Boa, the Constrictor Silva, and the Solution, Antonio Rivers, the Pump Line.
Rivers and Silva, the Pump Line, have won regional tag team titles in the area, but man, oh man, do they have their work cut out for them here as they take on the Zaddies.
Well, Antonio Rivers calls himself the Solution. They both need a solution for the Wolf Zaddies, one of the most dominant tag teams in the history of the United Wrestling Network. Let's be honest, they have won titles the world over. So this is a massive opportunity for Pump Line, and for many United fans, this is their first introduction to Rivers and Silva.
Yep, they better have a solution in a hurry as they take on the dominant former champions who have been fighting with not a chip on their shoulder, but an entire variety pack since losing the titles.
No question, they fight with boulders of animosity on their shoulders. Che Cabrera in the white, Bad Dude Tito in the black and gold, and looks like the Solution, Antonio Rivers, is going to start off here against, quite frankly, a man who might double him in size, Bad Dude Tito.
Well, we talk about this countdown show being an appetizer to the main course, and the Pump Line looks like they could be just that, an appetizer to the Wolf Zaddies. But we'll see, this team is scrappy, and they've got a lot of experience.
They definitely are scrappy. Look, they're an absolute live wire of high-speed action, risk-taking. They're not afraid to use their bodies as a complete weapon, or perhaps a barricade.
Tito giving them that side headlock to start things off. It didn't do wonders for Rivers, and you're not going to outgun the Wolf Zaddies. You do not want to get in a striking competition.
Tito is welcoming the chops, and look, credit the Pump Line. Oh my God, a right hand. They tell us their catchphrase for life is, we refuse to live a dull moment. They do not back down from a challenge. This might be more than a challenge. This is a mauling.
Well, that is not a dull blade, the chop there by Tito. That is a hot knife through butter. Big man comes roaring in with the uppercut, follows it up with the big chop. And all Wolf Zaddies thus far,
Latino Meat, Che Cabrera quickly gets rid of the Boa Constrictor, Boa Silver. Oh my God, and now a double team forearm.
Well, you talked about an Easter feast. You know what that is, Johnny? That was the club sandwich, serving it up.
Yes, it was. Plenty of bacon on that sandwich. And now Che Cabrera perhaps looking to put away Antonio Rivers quickly here.
Yeah, this is a pace that favors the Zaddies, and Boa Silva trying to do something about it here, checking in. And
look, credit Pump Line. They're not short on confidence. They really believe they're the best up-and-coming tag team on the West Coast. But up-and-coming is one thing. Finding a way to get past the Zaddies, that's another whole ball game. And it's the Guatemala Slam.
Nasty stuff there by Cabrera, makes the tag. You talk about dominant teams, you talk about the champs, 51-50. They defeated Live Danger last time on Sunday Night Slam. Tito in there with the power bomb, going back for seconds in this Easter feast. Into the cover now, looking to put him away. No, but only because Tito says so.
Tito is not ready yet after two massive power bombs. He still wants to inflict a little more damage, take the air out of the pump.
Turned him inside out, lackadaisical cover, but still enough. Total dominance
Here.
by the Wolf Zaddies.
Oh my goodness.
Here are your winners, the Wolf Zaddies!
Well, Todd, another day in the life of the Wolf Zaddies. Show up, toss some bodies, get paid. Zaddies gonna Zaddy.
Will they once again hold the gold big tag team title match coming up in our main card, 51-50 against the Midnight Heat? Man, look at that. Big cannon job with the clothesline. Easy pin, easy win. Go to the pay window if you're the Zaddies.
And when you look at Tito and Cabrera, they've both been so successful individually, but as a tag team, a more powerful and destructive team, as it looks like Zeta Zhang's going to get a word with the Zaddies here.
Looks like you guys won again. This was not scheduled originally with them.
Yo, what are we even doing here, bro? There's so many things I could be doing on Easter than showing up here to beat up a couple J-Bones.
Hey, I took the match because it was an easy payday, baby. Come on. Look at that.
About paydays.
We ain't even sweating.
I don't care about paydays. I want championships. I don't want to waste my fucking time here if it ain't for gold.
What are you so angry about, bro? Another win column in the win column.
Another win. That's all we do is win, but I want titles. I want legacy.
I don't run the show. Come on. Excuse my friend Tito. Apparently he woke up on the wrong side of the bed.
The Wolf Zaddies here, Johnny, kind of on two separate sides of the spectrum there.
Not
and
sure what to
now
say.
we're going to take a closer look at our Heritage Champion. He puts the title on the line on Sunday Night Slam. Here's Maximilian.
It's your lucky day, Sunday Night Slam. For the first time in the history of this blockbuster event, your Heritage Champion graces the program with his presence. Royce Isaacs, you're stepping up to the plate. And you're no stranger to the United Wrestling Network. You're no stranger to the Heritage Championship. You, my friend, are a former Heritage Champion. Never mind the fact that you won the title when it was vacant, so you didn't even have to defeat the former champion. Never mind the fact that you lost it in a month and a half. Never mind the fact that in every sense of the word, you, Royce Isaacs, were a paper champion. You have the opportunity to right that wrong here tonight. But you're not gonna. Because this is not the same United Wrestling Network that you stepped foot into a decade ago. This is Maximilian's United Wrestling Network. And when you tap out to the Max Factor, and your little baby brown belt has to go back crying to your daddy, Josh Barnett, saying, why did I do it? Why did I lose the same way I lost that gorgeous blonde head of hair? Even Josh is going to have to let you down easy and tell you. Because he is one in a million.
Okay, yeah.
Max a million.
We're gonna stand.
You could be driving down the road and God forbid something happens to your engine or your transmission. Now you got to figure out how to tow the car, where to tow it to, how much it's going to cost. Whereas you have a company like CarShield back you and you make a phone call and everything's taken care of.
So can you walk us through a little bit on like a car breakdown? What happens on the customer side and what you see?
Every day at our shop, there's people that just come in bawling their eyes out because their car's warranty just ran out and they got all these new expenses now that they have to pay for.
Some of the average costs on repairs, for instance, on a transmission would range anywhere from $3,000 to $7,000. Engines can go anywhere from $5,000 to $14,000, $15,000.
If you can get CarShield, do it. Don't even think twice. Give them a call, see what you could do to get on that program because it's going to give you peace of mind.
No other company protects drivers like CarShield. All you need to do is call CarShield now before your car breaks down.
CarShield can save you thousands. Just call before a breakdown happens. Call 800-764-5611.
Fred, it is so nice to have you here with United Wrestling. Tonight, you are going to be going against Jordan Cruz for the world title. What are your thoughts on that?
I say it all the time, whether it's in front of 100 people or 20,000 people, this is so much fun for me. You guys remember the Nexus? I guess not. Do you guys remember the primetime players? Yeah! You guys remember Mr. Bob Backlund? Yeah! You know, I say it all the time, there's no better feeling in the world than being under these big, bright lights. But Jordan Cruz, if you think you're gonna make a name for yourself off the Mr. No Days Off, the Suntan Superman, you are mistaken, because tonight you're leaving with 3 boots on. 2 on your feet and 1 buried in your ass. And that's gonna be a lifetime reminder of how badly Mr. No Days Off put a whooping on that ass of yours. Get ready, it's time to go to work.
Well, you heard him tonight. World title match.
This feels a little light.
No, that's everything, I swear. Please, I just need more time.
I'm not interested in your time. I want capital.
I know of a place. There's a card in my pocket. Packed house. Cameras everywhere.
So the world's watching. Perfect. Thank you for the information, sweet cheeks. But regardless, my time is precious. This doesn't pay off your debt. Karma's bitch.
Welcome back, everyone, to Thunder Studios, the home of combat sports, and we got more action coming your way on this pre-show. A match that could really steal the show here, Johnny.
No question, and let's be honest, between Delirium and what Maximilian and Jordan Castle had to say, and the Wolf Zaddies, there's a lot to unpack right now.
Oh, certainly.
The following contest is set for 1 fall. Introducing first, from Shizuoka, Japan, weighing in at 170 pounds, the Mountain Breaker, Cotto Hero.
Cotto Hero, the Mountain Breaker, incredible athlete, well-versed in the martial arts. He is a prolific striker.
And not just that, he has a truly inspiring story. His mother moved him to the U.S. when he was only 12 years old to distance themselves from his father, who was a Yakuza boss. That is a high level of organized crime. And because of that sacrifice, Cotto Hero puts everything on his shoulders to become a massive star. But he certainly has his work cut out for him.
And his opponent, from Winter Park, California, weighing in at 207 pounds, El Más Macho, Primo Heno.
Primo Heno has also been a fixture of the Southern California region, but it's been quite some time since we've seen him in action in the United Wrestling Network, and that's something that doesn't sit too well with El Más Macho.
Look, El Primo has always competed with a furious tenacity, but TK, a switch has really been flipped over the past couple of years. He feels completely underappreciated, completely looked over. He demanded another opportunity with United. He would not let go. So I made the decision. I said, you know what? I know how talented Primo is. It was time to bring him back into United to give him the opportunity he demanded, and he certainly has it here tonight on the kickoff.
If Cotto is the Mountain Breaker, he might have to live up to that moniker, because you talked about it, in his time off, Primo Heno has put on some serious size and muscle.
Not just that, it's the attitude, it's the mindset. He told me flat out when he reached out for, I don't even know how many times it's been, he said, I have a purpose now. The fun is gone. I'm about business, and I do business by causing pain. I want to get back inside a United ring, and here he is right now against another really talented star in Cotto Hero.
Well, and that harkens back to what we heard earlier with the Wolf Zaddies. Shay's like, hey, it was an easy win. We got the win. We go to the pay window. Tito saying, I don't want easy wins. I want gold. It looks like there's some friction between the former World Tag Team title holders.
And look, when you're as talented as Che Cabrera and Badu Tito, you're going to have an ego, but we've never seen them not on the same page. But I'll be honest with you, Todd, it's very difficult to find tag teams willing to fight the Wolf Zaddies, and with good reason.
Yep, didn't bode well for the pump line, and now back to the action here. Look at the quickness. Cartwheeling out there was Cotto Hero. Springboard, look at the height into the arm drag. Beautifully done.
Hero has really developed a reputation for being such a precise striker, but obviously the explosive athleticism as well, and now a back elbow lands. A little bit of combination offense here.
You talked about the inspiration of the journey of Cotto Hero. Also inspirational because he battled back from what would have been a career-ending broken leg injury, broken tibia, I believe it was, and battled back and looks better than ever.
And you know, that's what he's all about. He's overcome adversity his entire life, moving to the U.S., knowing nobody but his mother, didn't speak English, found a way to persevere, like you mentioned, past the injury, and now a neck breaker with precision into a cover here.
Looking for the win is Cotto, and despite coming back to the United Wrestling Network, his return was almost a rude awakening there for Primo Heno. Look at the speed and agility here of Cotto Hero, already perched, but a lot of distance there. Is he going to go for the bait? Is he going to get suckered in?
Able to evade there. And also, I'd like to go back to what Jordan Castle said. Calling Royce Isaacs a paper heritage champion, completely disagree. Any former heritage champion had it with good reason. Case in point, Royce Isaacs. Not to mention, Isaacs has defeated 3 different WWE competitors in Bloodsport. Maximilian needs to be at the top of his game tonight.
No question about it. The Mile High Samurai, a former heritage champion and television champion. In fact, held both titles consecutively in the United Wrestling Network. But we got a good one here, trying to utilize that strength. But look at this beautiful cradle by Cotto Hero. Caught him napping there. And again, the power, a difference maker in this one for Primo Heno. He has been living in the gym.
Going back to what we saw from Delirium, quick cover here.
Yep, going for the win, and just trying to make things uncomfortable there. But yeah, with Delirium looking for a packed house with cameras everywhere where they can bring their style of destruction to the masses.
And quite frankly, I'm at a loss with trying to explain Delirium. I don't know who this woman is that has essentially aligned herself with Delirium. There's more questions than answers for sure. As Cotto Hero and Primo Heno, this is really turning into a slugfest.
Yeah, more than a line. Seems to be pulling the strings. Does Karma, I believe she is known as. But more questions than answered. Now, although it's Easter Sunday, fireworks not typically part of that. We've got some fireworks here between Cotto Hero and Primo Heno. They are really duking it out.
We certainly are. And Cotto Hero designs his own mask as a tribute to Lucha Libre tradition, but Primo Heno almost kicked the mask off just now. Picture-perfect dropkick into a cover, and Hero able to kick out at 2.
Close call, near fall, only 2, says referee Patrick Hernandez. And we heard from challenger to the world title, Mr. No Days Off, Fred Rosser.
Yeah.
The champ better have his working boots on. And as Fred Rosser, the challenger, said, the champ might go home wearing 3 boots.
There's a good possibility of that. I mean, Jordan Cruz, let's be honest, he's put down a who's who of competitors. He has been a tremendous United World Champion. Oh! Springboard moonsault, nothing but canvas there. But Jordan Cruz, this might be his toughest challenge to date, and that's really saying something.
Primo Heno calls that moonsault the De Lo Juro. It calls it, says, look for it, it's majestic. Not there, bad landing. And Cotto's got to be able to take advantage. Look at this blitz of striking by Cotto. Man, oh man, these two are teeing off.
Cotto Hero just swinging wildly. That back elbow connected, follows up with a knee.
Well, that can dim your lights in a hurry. Look at this, up and over. Breaking down the mountain with that sliced bread. Cotto, oh, almost put him away.
And what I just saw there from Primo Heno is what we didn't see in the past. He's got a lot more grit to him. He has a lot more furious tenacity to him, and able to find a way to stay in this matchup. He told us he was going to make an example out of Cotto Hero, but perhaps a much more difficult challenge than expected.
Cotto with his agility again, out the back door, goes back to the striking, reverse kick there, spinning back kick. Oh, look out here, gets caught. Oh my goodness, thought it was gonna be a power bomb, but broke him in half with the backbreaker. Here's the cover, pin, win, no.
The knee landed directly on the thoracic spine. Imagine the damage, and now perhaps a powerbomb, Todd.
Yep, this time with the sit-out variety, gets the weight over the shoulders, and how close was that? But man, you can't measure the heart of Cotto Hero.
You cannot, but you can measure the strength that you spoke of earlier. Primo Heno is a different kind of beast than the last time we saw him in United.
Nice fitting, he's got that weight belt on, because as I mentioned, he has been put in the work. He's been moving the iron and now trying to move the needle. Now that he's back in the United Wrestling Network, precarious position here for both.
And how hard-hitting is this? A bunch of Primo's hair is stuck in the mass of Cotto Hero right now. Pivotal point of this matchup, right hand, oh!
Down to the basement level there goes Primo Heno. Look out here, poised is Cotto. Double stomp, it's the shot you don't see coming.
Primo is shook, Primo is rocked. Can he get him up? Brainbuster!
Center of the ring, dead center, dead to rights. Cotto gets the victory.
Here is your winner, Cotto Hero!
What a physical battle that was between Cotto Hero and El Primo Heno. Massive victory.
Incredible way to cap off this countdown. We'll be back to run down the action that will be coming your way on Sunday Night Slam.
As much as we appreciate what our mechanics can do and who they are, no one looks forward to seeing the inside of an auto shop. Because if you're here, your car is too. And that means something's wrong. And likely, it means an expensive repair bill. That is, unless you've called CarShield. When you call CarShield before your car breaks down, they have plans that cover up to 5,000 parts and systems of your car. Don't wait. Call CarShield today before it's too late.
Call 800-498-0817.
All right, we are back in Thunder Studios, and the time has been ticking away. The countdown is coming to a close. We hope that you've enjoyed this little Easter Sunday appetizer, but Johnny, the main course is still to come.
That's right. We have 4 titles that are at stake tonight on Sunday Night Slam because we have to make sure we give you the best action possible. Many first-time matchups as well. I cannot wait to see what happens.
Oh, it's a stacked lineup, and we're going to take a closer look at it here. World title will be on the line, Heritage title, and so much more coming your way. Let's run down what's coming your way. Up next on Sunday Night Slam, the television title is on the line. The Literal Star defends against Jack Cartwheel, who has been tearing it up south of the border for AAA.
That is going to be a first-time ever matchup. Will the Literal Star find a way to remain the television champion?
And it's time for a little cha-cha. Cha-cha Charlie comes to United Wrestling Network, but that dancing might become a break dance when he takes on the powerful Matias.
There might be a lot of things broken in that hard-hitting matchup.
Speaking of heavyweights, speaking of hoss fights, how about this? Maximilian puts the Heritage title on the line against the Mile High Samurai. Royce Isaacs is back in the United Wrestling Network.
That's right, former Heritage champion looks to become a 2-time against 1 in a million. We also have action in the women's division as Simone will be taking on Gypsy Mack, another first-time matchup in United.
Could be very pivotal to see who will be next in line to face Big Mama for the world title. And speaking of titles, the tag team titles are on the line. 2 of the most decorated teams in the history of the United Wrestling Network. Hook it up.
That's right, 5150 has a stranglehold on the titles, but guess what? 1,590 days ago, the Midnight Heat took the titles from 5150. Can Midnight Heat set a record and be 4-time champions?
And speaking of titles, speaking of records, the reigning world champion Jordan Cruz returns to Sunday Night Slam, where he defends against Mr. No Days Off Fred Rosser, who will certainly have a full schedule if he wins the gold.
That's right, Rosser has won titles in New Japan, in WWE, and now he looks for United Gold against a very defiant champion.
So it's Easter, and you don't have to go on an Easter egg hunt to find great action. It's coming your way next on Sunday Night Slam. Welcome back, everyone, to Los Angeles, California, the home of Hollywood blockbusters, and we have a big-time sequel coming your way live from Thunder Studios, the home of combat sports in Southern California. It's the second ever Sunday Night Slam. Hey everybody, TK Todd Kennelly here, along with Christian Cole. And when I think of Tinseltown, I think of glitter, glamour, and gold. And we got a lot of championship gold on the line here on Sunday Night Slam.
Yeah, absolutely. No doubt. Happy Easter, everyone. All the bunny rabbits watching at home tonight. Open up the egg. There's pro wrestling inside. It's here tonight in Los Angeles. Sunday Night Slam is live across the world, baby.
Let's take a look and run down the action that you will see here in our main event, the world title on the line. Jordan Cruz, the champ, defends against Mr. No Days Off, Fred Rosser of New Japan Pro Wrestling fame.
Yeah, to me, Jordan Cruz is the premier world champion this company's ever seen. It's going to be a tough task for Fred Rosser tonight in LA.
The women's division will be highlighted. Great to see Simone back in United action. She takes on Gypsy Mack, who is fresh off a victory on Championship Wrestling.
Yeah, Quasto talked about it earlier, TK. This is the first time ever type match tonight. I can't wait to see these two clash in the ring.
And then from there, Maximilian, 1 in a million, puts the Heritage title on the line against somebody you know quite well, the mile-high samurai, Royce Isaacs.
Yeah, some 10 years ago, Royce Isaacs and I had a lot of business dealings. I thought he was one of the best in the world. He's even better now. But can he beat Maximilian with Jordan Castle by his side? That's the question tonight.
Cha-Cha Charlie is in the house. The franchise player of CCW in Florida now comes to Sunday Night Slam, who takes on the no-nonsense powerhouse Matias.
Well, you said it, TK. Cha-Cha loves to dance. He loves to have a party. Matias does not. He is here for championships and championships only. A win over Charlie positions him for that. And can he get it done tonight?
Speaking of titles, the World Television title will be on the line. The literal star takes on Jack Cartwheel. Cartwheel has been setting the pro wrestling world afire, especially at AAA.
Yeah, while the astronauts are going around the moon, there's a literal star in Los Angeles tonight. He will grace us with his presence. I can't wait to see the TV champion defend tonight.
And speaking of titles, two of the most decorated tag teams in the history of the United Wrestling Network. Three-time former champions, the Midnight Heat, return to try and dethrone 5150.
This is a tough one for me, man. These guys are both old school. I go way back with all four guys in this match. But can the champions get dethroned tonight by Midnight Heat? If there's anybody who can do it, it's those two guys right there.
The champs are truly in the hot seat. Standing by in the ring, our broadcast colleague, Johnny LaQuasto. Take it away, Johnny.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to United Wrestling Network Sunday Night Slam! At this time, allow me to introduce our very special guest, one of the most charismatic tag teams all along the West Coast. From the farm to the ring, give it up for the Crazy Chickens!
Did you have something to do with this, Christian Cole?
I've been praying. I've been hoping. They're here, the Crazy Chickens.
Who needs the Easter Bunny when you got the Crazy Chickens here? Spreading some Easter cheer. The Crazy Chicken numero uno y numero dos.
Ay, que guapo. The Pollo Loco. This is amazing.
All right, they're a real cracker. Oh, wait a minute.
Second.
Oh, no.
I was having a blast.
Well, no party times, no playing around when Delirium is in the house. And they definitely have their game face on. And look at this, our first time seeing Karma in person. And it looks like she pulls the strings, a snap of the fingers, and McCallion and Slater on the attack. And we got some flame-broiled Crazy Chickens here as Delirium is all over them.
If you've watched our broadcast Championship Wrestling, you are no stranger to Delirium, but that right there in the center is Karma. And it feels like bad karma has come over Sunday Night Slam.
Well, certainly. I mean, the Crazy Chickens were out here. You know, it's a festive time. Talking about the Easter feast. Look out, the Crazy Chickens! Feathers will fly here on Sunday Night Slam. Getting the better of Delirium, at least for the moment. Look at here. Oh, my gosh. Bringing those talons there, partner.
Chickens are handling their own. Chickens going to go high risk? No. On the brakes. More dancing. Baila, pollo, baila.
And I'm told now we have an official in there. This is now a match was made on the fly, no pun intended, by Johnny LaQuasto, who also, you know, is a representative of the matchmaking committee out there.
You can say a lot of stuff about Johnny LaQuasto, but one thing you can't criticize is his ability to put together fights.
And this is Lucha rules, I'm told. So you don't have to make a tag necessarily when a man exits the ring. Another man can come in. So it's going to be just that kind of wily style where anything goes. And I believe that is Crazy Chicken numero dos, who's getting caught in the coop there a little bit.
How do you tell them apart?
You know, you just got to spend some time on the farm. You just get a feel for it.
I like that. See Karma in the background. Certainly the mastermind behind Delirium.
And again, you know, you can see all four, or at least two men and two foul, are in there. And there's no count being missed because Lucha rules here. Delirium one step ahead there, getting the boots up. And this is not where you want to be with Delirium, where they can just tee off on you. They are so strong and so vicious.
That's exactly right, TK. Now only one chicken remains. Both members of Delirium in the squared circle.
Yes.
You see referee Chris Massey trying to keep control.
He's choking the chicken there in the corner. Full head of steam here. Again, the double teaming, perfectly legal. You don't have to get out by the 5 count here under these rules. And Delirium taking advantage. McCallion now. Big shot across the bow. Big time cannonball by McCallion.
Yeah, McCallion's like a boulder. Just, you know, tumbling right into the ribs of chicken number who knows, and you might be hurt.
And what do you, let's take another look at it here. Full head of steam, Christian. Wham.
I love that the producers in the truck kept the audio on that one. You could hear just the collision, the air leave the lungs.
Look at this again. Snap of the fingers. Snap of the fingers, and there it is. Hit him with the fatality. Into the cover, double pin, double win.
Over already. My goodness.
Victory by Delirium. And although the Crazy Chickens came out here for a good time, it seems as if the yoke's on them.
Take another look at that. I mean, the tag team cohesion between Delirium, we already know about that. But to put him away, vicious cover, 2 men you don't want to mess with. McCallion and Slade. Karma, Delirium on Sunday Night Slam.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner indeed. Delirium dominant here at Sunday Night Slam.
Here. I am here with UWN World Champion Jordan Cruz. Jordan, your challenger, Fred Rosser, mentioned some words for you earlier. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I appreciate his confidence, even if it is unjustified. Hell, I've been a fan of his ever since I was a kid. And I think his mantra of being Mr. No Days Off is an inspiration for us all. Short story for you. My football coach back in the day used to say, Cruz, hard work beats talent when talent does not work hard. But what both he and Fred failed to realize is I'm the exception to the rule. When you're as talented as I am, you don't have to work hard. It just comes natural. That's why I've spent more days in this company with gold than without. And that's why on this day, Easter Sunday, hallelujah, JC has risen, and so have I. I'm going to beat Fred Rosser, show off my championship gold to close out the show, and then tomorrow I'm going to give myself a well-deserved day off.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. I end up going to a dentist and he wants to charge over $600 for a night guard. That's when I found this, the Brooks night guard. This was a game changer. It's smaller than other night guards that I tried, which is a good thing because it doesn't make me gag. It can fit on the top or the bottom of the teeth. It's lightweight and super comfortable. Now the Brooks night guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brooks Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to brooksnightguard.com and order yours today. Your teeth will thank you for it in the morning.
Go to brooksnightguard.com and use the promo code to activate your special TV offer. That's brooksnightguard.com. Order today and take advantage of this special TV offer. Your teeth will thank you for it in the morning.
The following contest, set for one fall, is for the United Wrestling Network Tag Team Championships. Introducing first the challengers. From Heat Street, USA, at a combined weight of 410 pounds, the team of Precious Eddie Pearl and Rockin' Ricky Gibson, the Midnight Heat.
Been quite some time since we've seen the Midnight Heat in action, but 3-time United Wrestling Network world title holders, defeating the likes of Reno Scum, Beef Candy, and at one point, Team 5150.
There's no love in me.
And their opponents,
5150.
straight out of New York City, at a combined weight of 420 pounds.
Nothing but this pretty. 5150. Just one still envy. 5150.
Christian, Danny Limelight came up to me in the back earlier today, and he said, 1,590 TK, and I said, what's that? And he goes, days since Midnight Heat once dethroned us for those titles. Now the titles moved around over the years, including a lengthy title reign by the Zaddies, of course, but that loss is something that is weighed heavy on the mind of Danny Limelight. He hasn't forgotten about it, looking for revenge here.
Certainly has, TK. Slice Boogie, Danny Limelight, though, walking in tonight with the straps. They're the ones defending. They're the ones poised and postured to retain. They're the ones who've been unstoppable since long, long ago, 2025, and through 2026 thus far.
And they've been so aggressive as of late. 5150 successfully defended the titles against Live Danger on the first Sunday Night Slam. What an entertaining tag team title matchup that was. But then after the bell, after getting the win, just kept the attack going on Live Danger. They are more dangerous than ever. Talking about the champs.
Yeah, right now though, Ricky Gibson throwing some nasty chops. Gets reversed there though.
Crossbody of the springboard variety by Rockin' Ricky Gibson there. And two of the most decorated teams in the history. Precious Eddie Pearl there takes Slice up and to the outside. And man, it's going to be tough keeping up with this.
I like that counter by Limelight though, but he gets his arm caught.
Uh-oh. Oh, you know what that is? Generals gathered in their masses, a little backstabbing. Into the cover now. Boy, history almost made right off the bat there. That backstab, it's one of the signatures of the Midnight Heat.
Yeah, for Midnight Heat, they've won a lot of championships. They've dominated Portland, Oregon, the Pacific Northwest, Las Vegas. I'm not sure what they're getting themselves into tonight against 5150. Carlito's way. Let's go.
Into the cover by Big Slice Boogie, almost puts him away, so.
It's that speed, TK, it's that tenacity. It's that gangster violence from New York City that you see in Slice Boogie and Danny Limelight. It's why they continue to dominate the tag team division.
I agree with you, 5150, they hit with bad intentions. Let's take a look back here. The Carlito's way, as you called it, exclamation point with the senton by Slice. slicing, dicing, but not getting the win just yet.
You can see them communicating. You can see frequent tags, no wasted motion. Gonna stomp your heart out.
Both of these teams so well traveled. And of course, 5150 right at home in New York, and Gotham Wrestling returns to Levity Live in West Nyack on Tuesday, April 28th at 7 p.m. Get your tickets. Boy, what a great atmosphere out there in Gotham Wrestling, where you see a lot of the champions, the stars of championship wrestling, but a lot of great East Coast talent as well.
The United Wrestling Network is taking over the planet. If you are a fan of pro wrestling, we're selling out in Irvine, we're selling out Oxnard, we're here in Thunder Studios with a raucous crowd. New York City, Memphis. You want to be a part of it, you got to get your tickets right now.
And these are two teams that have traveled the roads and made those towns. And 5150, though, settling in here and have taken control of this match. Big scoop and a slam by Slice. The champ's cutting off the ring.
That's
here,
what I'm
Christian.
saying. Look at the ring position. Look at Limelight. He could take his time here. See, Gibson's all the way in the other corner. And now smartly rolling out to the outside. And that was delicious.
Little snot rocket there. Still a little page out of the playbook of teams like Gunk with that.
I like Limelight, man. He's never seen a fight he doesn't like. He's vicious. There's a reason he was the longest reigning United Wrestling Network world champion.
Took the words right out of my mouth there, Christian. Indeed. And the continuity on display by the champs here. They're making frequent tags, and they have really isolated Rockin' Ricky Gibson.
Yeah, Gibson needs to find his way out of there, but how can you? These are the type of fights you've seen behind the bodegas in the Bronx.
You know, the difference between these two teams, in my estimation, is Gibson up there in the Pacific Northwest has opened his own training center. He's trying to train great stars and tag teams of tomorrow, where the champs, they want to bleed this business dry. They want to take every ounce of money and destroy every team in their path.
And that's exactly what's so impressive, TK. Look how Boogie controls Gibson. We know he's a great wrestler. Gibson fighting back, but it's not enough.
Ricky Gibson cannot answer the power of Slice Boogie. The thing that the challengers do best is double team, keep the pace high. This is the pace that favors the champs 5150. They are dominant right now.
You see the scouting on display. They definitely studied Gibson. There's a ton of tape on the Midnight Heat.
I mean, since the early going and some more neutralizing stuff here, really depleting the gas tank. Since that back stab of Christian, not a whole lot of offense by the challenger.
How could you be? You could break a rib or two. Certainly takes the wind out of you. It's hard to get back into position. And right now, Ricky Gibson in a terrible position. Limelight controlling the head and neck. Ricky needs to get that vertical base back somehow. He's telling the ref, I'm all right, I'm still in this fight. You can see.
And getting an earful, look at this. When you're in there with Danny Limelight, you're going to get a physical and a verbal beatdown.
Yeah, it's true. Limelight talks trash with the best of them.
And Limelight knows how to put you out like this. I mean, just think he could shift that into a Maurice Onyondo perhaps, but fighting out of it here is Ricky Gibson, reaching for everything he's got to get to that corner, to get to some salvation of Precious Eddie Pearl, closer within fingertip or two, but right back into the bodega.
Pearl frustrated, the fans here in Long Beach frustrated. It just seems to me the last 5-6 minutes of this fight, 5150 has been absolutely dominating.
Yeah, go to New York, they said. It'll be fun, they said. See the sights. Ricky Gibson finds himself. He walked down the wrong alley.
Certainly did.
Oh, there we see it, that corner store. Nowhere to go but down. And now the street sweeper. Signature stuff by the champions in total control. Into the cover now by Limelight, looking to put him away. Did you expect 5150 to dominate the former three-time champs to this level?
I mean, if you look at their 0-1 coming into this fight with Midnight Heat, but yes, they are the World Tag Champs for a reason. They're the ones defending the gold, and we're going to take another look here at Slice Boogie. So quick, so nimble with the elbow. Incredible. And right there was Limelight right to cover up. Only two, says Borden, who was right on top.
Fighting out of the corner here. Gibson's got so much heart. Trying to bring the heat here is Gibson, but I mean, it's 2-on-1 situation. Oh, little friendly fire. Oh, so close, looking to make that tag. Limelight cut him off again.
Can you get there, though? You're able to back elbow, limelight out of the way. Pearl wants some, man. Pearl wants to get into this fight. Pearl's in.
Schoolyard tactics there, and here comes the precious one. And that was precious timing by the challengers. They needed that, and Pearl is shining bright.
Get Eddie Pearl go, man. He's been waiting, watching his partner go through everything there with the 51-50, but now Pearl's dominating.
Looking to divide and conquer. Look at that. 12-6 on the clock. Face full of Matt. Super kick by Pearl. Looking to make history. Here's the cover. No!
Can you imagine? Can you imagine if Eddie Pearl came in, took out both members of 51-50, and earned the Midnight Heat World Tag Team Gold?
Well, it would put him in the history books. No team has won the United Wrestling Network titles 4 times. Look out here, looking for the hot seat, looking for the hot seat. That combination, backslide, guillotine, leg drop. Here's the cover, and Limelight breaks it up. What action?
If you want to get a cover, you're going to have to take the Poppy out. Just got dropped right there as we look back at some of the action here. Nice backslide there, and a leg drop right onto the chest. Wasn't enough, though.
Yeah, but it's got them in the driver's seat. Look out here, full-headed. Oh, my gosh. They were looking to put them away, and now back the other way. Uh-oh, look out. They're looking for that 4, 5, 6. They're rolling the dice. And they're taking the money and taking the win.
Here are your winners, and still your United Wrestling Network Tag Team Champions, 51-50.
Boy, Midnight Heat came in with a whole lot of accolades behind them. 3-time former champs. They were playing the hits. They hit the backstabbing. But in the end, the champs were more dominant than ever before, Christian.
They really were. We saw incredible comeback from Gibson, but it wasn't enough, as you see right here. Boogie gets the pinfall. Limelight. Slice Boogie, still champs.
And despite the rumors by Heartline and Marty the Moth, Sicky Dice, the outlandish one, just might not be done in the world of professional wrestling. Let's take a closer look.
Are you kidding me?
Oh my God, that's hilarious. Can you guys do that again? That's hilarious. Oh my God, hi boys. Remember me? Are you having fun? It looks like you're having fun. I bet it's a lot of fun. I gotta say, you guys have become my favorite part of the show. You make me laugh my ass off. Watching you week in and week out make complete jackasses of yourselves. I got good news, boys. What I hold in my hand is a clearance letter from my doctor. Yes, Martin, if you remember, you broke my face. In 4 different spots, you broke my face. And you know what? I think it's time that I cash in my receipt, Martin. Maybe I come and break you and Comedy Boys' faces, huh? That sounds like fun. I got my clearance, boys. And watch your backs. Because when I get to Championship Wrestling, I'm beating your asses up and down California. Outlandish.
The following contest is set for one fall. Introducing first from Gold Country, California, weighing in at 247 pounds, the peak of professional wrestling, Matias!
We see Matias head to the ring for this very anticipated matchup on Sunday Night Slam. But man, how about that? Getting his medical clearance. Outlandish Sicky Dice. And he has got Martin Casaus in the crosshairs.
I'll believe it when I see it. I don't know how Sicky Dice can come back so quickly when his face was broken in 4 different places. Seems impossible. TK, you ready to party?
Oh, you know it.
There we go. His opponent from Miami, Florida, weighing in at 225 pounds, representing the Dominican Republic, Charlie.
It is absolutely a fiesta atmosphere when Cha-Cha Charlie is in the house, the franchise player of CCW out in Florida. Great wrestling promotion where you'll see the likes of the Vampire Warrior Gangrel and so many greats. And Cha-Cha Charlie has danced his way to many wins and championships out there in CCW.
I'll have you know I am a quarter Dominican. I am a proud member of República Dominicana, and this, my man, is a good time watching Cha-Cha Charlie here at Sunday Night Slam.
Well, they say styles make fights, and I don't think you could have two more polar opposites style-wise than Cha-Cha Charlie and Matias. Matias is very straight-laced, just all business.
Yeah, Charlie's got that entrance music, gets you moving, gets you feeling the soul inside you, and Matias didn't move once.
And Matias, we saw it on Championship Wrestling. If it wasn't for Jordan Castle, Matias would have slammed Maximilian in that body slam challenge. Well, look at this. Wow. Oh my gosh. Matias doesn't know what to think there. And again, if it wasn't for that pipsqueak manager, Jordan Castle, Matias right there would be the new Heritage Champion in my estimation. What a battle it was for the title.
You know, you could pontificate all you want. I don't think there's anybody, whether it's here or anywhere in the world, who's going to be good enough, who's going to be man enough to take out Maximilian. That Heritage Champion's going to stay around his waist.
Covered by Matias. Well, we will find out, because later on, 1 in a million, Maximilian takes on one of the greatest champions in the history. Another big return. The Mile High Samurai, Royce Isaacs, who held both the Heritage title and the television title. Look at this. Has him in the launch position. Cha-Cha Charlie out there. And look at that big sling blade there by Charlie.
That's nice. Nice agility by Charlie. Comes around with the cutter. Will that do it?
Into the cover now, looking for the win. Boy, he is just, constant motion in there as Cha-Cha Charlie has faced some great competition out there in Florida, the likes of Carlito and Jay Lethal. He's faced some tough competition, and boy, he has fun doing it too.
Go ahead, Chuck. I like it.
Oh, yeah. Little cha-cha slide, little cha-cha drive with the elbow into the cover. Matias powers out. Matias is so powerful. Great martial arts background, powerlifting champion many times over as Matias.
I wonder if Charlie's into the head of Matias. Matias, of course, has been so focused on that Heritage Championship, preparing. He's slimmed down, only adding lean muscle into his frame, but perhaps the dancing, the festivities, all a bit of a distraction for Matias.
You got to watch out. And Matias gets back to his feet. I think that Cha-Cha Charlie was maybe looking for that mango splash, but gets a splash of another sort, eats that big spine buster. Here's the cover by Matias. Almost picks up the win.
Yeah, Matias had that outside leg hooked, and I thought he might get it there. This is what I'm talking about with Matias. He can pick you up, slam you down. Nice counter there by Charlie.
Oh, yeah. Dancing with the stars into a Saito suplex.
Matias getting manhandled here.
He's getting outdanced.
He really is.
Incredible footwork by Cha-Cha Charlie. And measuring Matias right now. Look at the eyes. Boy, if looks could kill, we'd all be pushing up daisies.
Oh, Charlie got caught.
Oh, he sure did. Big Death Valley driver there by Matias, trying to spike him and get the victory back to his winning ways. So although he came close in his bid for the Heritage Championship, Matias back in the win column here, getting some much needed momentum.
Yeah, Matias was definitely in a fight, you can tell that much, but it was that Death Valley driver that was able to put Cha-Cha Charlie and his dancing ways and send him back to Florida.
More action coming your way on Sunday Night Slam.
Hey folks, I'm Chris Salcedo, your liberty-loving Latino, and if you're like me, you want to stay sharp, informed, stay connected. But if your hearing isn't what it used to be, it can feel like you're missing out on the conversation. That's why I'm excited to tell you about Nano Hearing Aids, the affordable, high-quality solution that's changing the way Americans hear the world around them. Nano Hearing Aids are sold direct and shipped straight to your home. Plus, the Nano Hearing Aids are a fraction of what you'd expect to pay for prescription hearing aids.
I didn't realize how much hearing I lost until I put
the Nano hearing aids in.
Nanos aren't available in stores and supplies are limited. Call now to find the hearing aid perfect for you and your budget.
No prescription, no doctor, ordered it online.
It's made a huge difference in my life, and I'm grateful for it.
Get back great hearing with Nano hearing aids. This special TV offer won't last long. Call now.
Call 800-644-1488. That's 800-644-1488. 800-644-1488.
Simone, Gypsy, Mack, tonight is Sunday Night Slam. Good luck, girls. Big Mama is out celebrating Easter by getting miles in on her Harley. Now, Simone, some women like their eggs plastic. Gypsy, Mack, some women like their eggs with chocolate. Big Mama, she likes them raw. Happy Easter.
I hope the crazy chickens weren't watching.
I feel nauseated, TK.
Have nightmares.
The following women's contest is set for one fall. Introducing first, from Las Vegas, Nevada, the heavy metal princess, Gypsy Mack.
Heavy metal princess Gypsy Mack has some momentum here in the United Wrestling Network, coming off a big tag team victory, teamed with Brittany Brooks. Took on Alex Rousey and Jim Savini on Championship Wrestling from Oxnard Levity Live, and that aired just this morning.
Yeah, Mack very impressive in that fight. Earned herself a spot on this blockbuster event, Sunday Night Slam. Looking forward to seeing her in action.
From Queensland, Australia, she's here to dominate. The one you all love to hate, Simone!
Well, Simone certainly has a different attitude, a different confidence, a different level of aggression than last time we saw her in the United Wrestling Network. And Christian, that's really a kind of an ongoing theme of this Sunday Night Slam, is some big returns right here to the United Wrestling Network.
Certainly none bigger than Simone here into the women's division, a division that has absolutely been heating up in 2026. But a great test between these two women, Simone and Gypsy Mack. Here we go.
And you got the chant that, much like Roz from Monsters, Inc., as if to say, I'm watching, always keeping an eye on who's coming up through the ranks. And a win here, you know, on a huge live event like Sunday Night Slam, live broadcast under the bright lights, Los Angeles, California. This could have serious championship implications when it comes to the United Wrestling Network World Women's.
Do you worry about salmonella poisoning?
I don't think that Big Mama worries about any of that. And first time matchup between these two, and it might end in a hurry there. Nice roll up by Gypsy Mack, heavy metal princess, one step ahead of Simone right now. And of course, Simone spent a lot of time battling the United Wrestling Network over the years. Still to come on Sunday Night Slam, television title on the line. Don't blink, you might miss something in this one. The literal star, Evan Daniels, battles Jack Cartwheel. Jack Cartwheel at Rey de Reyes, AAA, fought for the World Cruiserweight title there as part of that big spectacular down there in Mexico, and my goodness, what a performance.
Yeah, Cartwheel versus a Literal Star has a chance to be match of the night. That is coming up later in the card, but right now, Simone, a vicious beatdown ringside.
There's that aggression we talked about. Just series of shots into that hard edge there of the apron. Rolling Gypsy Mack back in, looking for the cover, and Gypsy Mack might really have to clear the cobwebs here.
Yeah, she needs to find a way to get out from the grips of Simone. My partner TK talked a little bit earlier about the evolution of Simone. Oh, Oh my God, she's just showing such a vicious side lately. Snap suplex by the Australian, in for the cover, hooks the outside leg, and 2.
And might be in there with the heavy middle, Princess, but this version of Simone looks a lot different from Princess Aussie that we saw on Women of Wrestling. She is all business, you know, just going out to take care of business and get the victory.
And that's exactly what you need to do in this women's division to be successful, to be able to climb the ranks and potentially challenge Big Mama for her world title. You got to be a little nasty.
Got to be leery here of the count, though. Has that shin and calf right across the throat. You have to break before the count of 5. And when I asked Simone about how to get an advantage over somebody as powerful as Gypsy Mack, he said, "And if you can't lose, if you must, but always cheat, and if not outright break the rules." And we're seeing it here. Big clothesline by Simone. And full mount now. Oh, ground and pound time here, Christian.
Yeah, big right hands from Simone, who's got top position. And Massey warning her on those close fist punches. 2 count.
Down, yeah. Well, that's fitting. The full mount, the ground and pound here in Thunder Studios, the home of combat sports.
Yeah, those were definitely some thunderous shots. As Simone now controlling the ring. He's talking a little trash there.
Oh yeah, nasty forearm before that, but has her wits about her, does Gypsy Mack. Finds herself in one heck of a mosh pit here in Thunder Studios, does the heavy metal Princess. Trying to rally the crowd and rally some big offense here. Full head of steam, back elbow there. Man, look at the movement here by Mack.
This is what impressed LaQuasto so much to make this first ever fight here in the women's division. And Mack now getting the audience behind her. The fans here at Sunday Night Slam.
Using her assets.
Oh, big right kick there, right to the kisser.
Nasty.
Simone is rolling, might be out. I don't think she knows where she is, TK.
Yeah, after that face wash there in the corner. Looking to clean up the competition is Gypsy Mack. Has got a long distance to cover here, and does. High cross body into the cover, presence of mind to hook the leg. Almost put her away, but no, sir, not yet.
Yeah, a ton of fundamentals and skill on display there with that crossbody, immediately hooking the leg, rolling her up. Gypsy Mack trying to get the dub, you can see it. Oh, no.
Pele kick there, detonation style, into the cover, all stacked up. And I'll tell you, if Mack was a little less powerful, she was not getting out of that. Got cracked with that big kick.
She really did. I don't know how Gypsy Mack just kicked out. Double underhooks there from Simone, though. Mack, big right hand.
Yeah, she was looking to hook her in that Queensland clinch there for that her version of that butterfly suplex. Angel's wings, call it what you will. But well scouted there. And a sidewinder slam. Full pressure on the cover. Oh, that hand was coming down. There was just a sliver of light between the canvas and the officials' 3 count.
Yeah, but I like how Gypsy Mack just takes the back, immediately takes the hooks, trying to continue to put on punishment to Simone with a nice counter.
Going for it again, I believe, yes. Has a hook there. Oh, but man, well scouted here, has been training the defense for that. Has Gypsy Mack, but no answer for these piston-like elbows. Oh, how vicious is Simone, hooking her up now. Queensland clinch into the Queensland cinch for the 1, 2, 3.
Your winner, Simone.
Christian, it's fitting he got all that fire on that big video wall back there, because man, oh man, is Simone a fiery, aggressive competitor these days.
Simone comes in vicious. Puts a ton of punishment on Gypsy Mack here tonight. Simone has certainly put her name on the map in the United Women's Division.
Take notice. Are we looking at maybe somebody that will step up and battle Big Mama for the coveted World Women's title? I, for one, would love to see that. More action coming your way here from Thunder Studios on the 2nd ever Sunday Night Slam.
Do you use Viagra or Cialis? What if we can promise you the same results for less than $3 a pill? We'll do the math for you. You'll save more than $16 a pill for the same results. Want more? We'll give you 40 blue pills or 40 yellow pills for $99 and add 4 more pills free. You save more than $500. Stop overpaying for Viagra. Ordering is fast and easy with your pills delivered to your door in a non-marked package. Call now.
Is set for one fall, and it is for the United Wrestling Network Television Championship. Introducing first the challenger from Sacramento, California, weighing in at 181 pounds. He is spinning, pinning, and winning Jack Cartwheel.
Yep, as he says, spinning, pinning, grinning, and winning. And if he wins here on Sunday Night Slam, he will become the United Wrestling Network World Television Champion. This guy has truly been on fire on the international scene.
Certainly audiences around the world have noticed Jack Cartwheel over the last 3 to 5 years, but no bigger opportunity than tonight, facing this man for the United Television title.
And his opponent, from Phoenix, Arizona, weighing in at 210 pounds, he is your United Wrestling Network Television Champion and a literal star, Evan Daniels.
Evan Daniels put the television title on the line as part of the pre-show on the first ever Sunday Night Slam. Defeated the very tough and very game Rob McKnight in a great battle. But a very different opponent this time out in Jack Cartwheel.
I mean, Cartwheel's everything you want in a pro wrestler in 2026. The locker room guy, indie darling. Everybody loves Jack Cartwheel. Conversely, it seems the literal star has ticked a lot of people off over the last year or so since becoming TV champ.
Yeah, defeated Zicky Dice for the title. Big title defenses against the likes of hysterical Shane Hayes. Couple wins over Hayes, of course. Recently saw the return of the original TMDK on Championship Wrestling. Hayes and Mikey Nichols were victorious, in fact, over Evan Daniels' of entourage.
Look at the demeanor in these two wrestlers as they enter this championship match. You got one guy, the challenger, Cartwheel, just so, excited. So he knows the opportunity's right there, but he doesn't forget to smile. And then you got Evan Daniels, just cooler than the other side of the pillow.
Both these guys well-traveled, and you got to wonder if their schedules have worn on them at all. Evan Daniels recently traveled out to Gotham Wrestling to put the television title on the line. And of course, we mentioned it earlier, Jack Cartwheel, as you see him living up to that moniker here, and comes up with the headlock. Recently competed on AAA's Ray Day Reyes, where he took on the likes of Cruiserweight champ Laredo Kid, TJ Perkins, who we saw right here, and Dragon Lee. Great offense there, the nice short drop kick by Jack Cartwheel. How do you get a hold of this guy?
Yeah, it's a very difficult task. It's the speed and precision. It's that combination that Cartwheel has that makes him so dangerous. Can it make him television champion tonight?
That was a real highlight show, that match in AAA, but Cartwheel just came up short. Laredo Kid retained the title in that matchup. But Cartwheel with another shot at championship gold here in the form of the television title, one that's been held by the likes of Bateman, Royce Isaacs, who we'll see later on in action, Scorpio Sky, and so many other greats. Main event, James Morgan, just a few to hold that coveted title over the years. And look at this, Champ's got him in a precarious position here. Christian, nobody home.
Elusive is Cartwheel and innovative as well. Check this out. Jack Cartwheel with an insane sweep.
Hey, he calls that the slam stand. Here we go. Bam! Connects. Cover that man. Daniels rolled further into the center of the ring. That could be trouble. Oh, only a count of 2. Great action, as one would expect between these two.
That's right. We had this fight circled on our card before it begins as we take a look back Just how nimble Jack Cartwheel is, using the rope to his advantage, up over the top with an elbow. It wasn't enough, but Cartwheel, man, he can move.
Slam stand, and Cartwheel went right back up to the top. You know, he's got his eye on the.
Wait a minute, wait, TK. Hey,
yep, the knee buckle there.
That's the issue. That's the issue when you're doing cartwheels. When you are as agile as Jack is, you tweak a knee, something happens. It looks as if there's a no contact injury there in the left knee of Jack Cartwheel.
Oh man, look at this insult to injury by Evan Daniels. What would you give that? Maybe a 3.5?
Pat Hernandez asked Cartwheel, do you want to stay in this fight? Cartwheel seemingly agreed to continue this TV championship match. He knows the opportunity in front of him with one leg.
He might have just dislocated that kneecap, that patella there momentarily.
It could be anything. It could be an ACL, could be an MCL.
Could be. And I mean, the primary weapons have been taken out of play for Jack Cartwheel. I mean, if you take the wheel away from Cartwheel, what's he, look at that, going for it.
That's a shame, TK.
Just crumbles to the canvas.
I was talking about it earlier. We had this fight circled on our card. And if this ends early, it's a real shame. Cartwheel can barely stand.
Yeah, official has got to take a good look at this, and looking for the supernova. Looking for the supernova is Evan Daniels there.
Daniels just looking to put him out of his misery, but he gets caught there.
Got the boot up to Cartwheel. You can see he's trying to get feeling back in that knee and that leg. And man, you got to completely shift your game plan, but still has some agility here. But can't really drive the legs to secure that cover the way he normally would. Low bridge, Christian.
Yeah, smart strategy there, but nice right hand. You can see he can barely stand up. Can Jack Cartwheel. Smart strategy to go for that schoolboy pin right there. He doesn't have to use any jumping mechanisms. Well, just able to roll up his opponent there. Didn't get it.
But look at the instinct. Oh my gosh, he's trying to pop it back into place. Going for it again. God. Oh man, this is hard to watch. Just imagine the pain, the anguish that is going through him.
He got it. It's back in.
Gosh. Oh my goodness. He's like a new man in there. It's back in place.
The courage of Jack Cartwheel to pop that in himself. And continue this fight.
Daniels looked like he saw a ghost, and he's being haunted right now by the challenger. My gosh, look at this. This complete poetry in motion for Cartwheel. Comes up with that big neck breaker.
Yeah, Cartwheel attacking the champion from every angle. Now looking to pick him up. That knee is healthy, TK. It's back in.
That Cartwheel DVD. New champ coming. History to be made right here. No. And I tell you, thus far, Christian, the champions have been dominant on Sunday Night Slam all the way back to the first Sunday Night Slam. No championships have changed hands. Will that be the case here, or will Cartwheel make history?
I tell you, TK, people are going to be talking, no matter what happens in this fight, about Jack Cartwheel popping his knee back in. The resiliency, the courage to continue and stay in there with a literal star. And now going high risk. Cartwheel over the top. Incredible.
Cartwheel special inside to the outside in an instant. And sending the champ back in where he's going to try and put him away. Cartwheel up top. Man, what's he thinking here? He's got so many weapons in that arsenal, and looking for a safe haven here, looking for dry land.
There's a reason this man is champion. There's a reason he's been dominating at Championship Wrestling, has Evan Daniels. And now Daniels using the ring post to his advantage.
That leg might get dislocated once more. Right back into a bad way. Look at the champ into the cutter. Oh, he spiked him in a big way.
That was a nasty landing for Jack Cartwheel. And now Evan Daniels looking to add a little more punishment before putting away the challenger. High risk, main event Daniels.
Got him with that starp. The literal star with that big double stomp. Here's the cover. No, Cartwheel will fight on as long as he's got an ounce of breath left. You gotta love the moxie of this kid. Came so close to championship gold in Mexico, and now here in Los Angeles where the stars shine bright. Can Cartwheel do it? What does Daniels have to do to put this guy away?
And we've seen this before. Main event Daniels going ringside for a moment and grabbing that television gold. Some of the fans trying to warn Cartwheel, who's loopy right now, barely could stand up.
Well, senior official Patrick Hernandez was wise to it. You don't want to get, oh no! Got caught in the crosshairs. And measuring cartwheel is Daniels here. Don't turn around, you won't like the view. Oh, got out of there. Oh my goodness. Gave him a taste of his own medicine. Here's the
He's
cover.
gonna do it.
Should be
He's
one.
gonna do it.
The crowd counting in unison. Had him down for a 10 count, but there's no official to make the count. History should have been made.
Jack Cartwheel showing the emotion on his face. He thought he had that television championship. He thought he had all the privileges that come with it.
Oh, no. The champ's got it again. Catches him flush with the title. And now look at this, into a cradle. Are you kidding me?
Here is your winner, and still your United Wrestling Network television champion, Evan Daniels.
In my estimation, it's fitting that after those antics, after that shot with the title, that Daniels used a cradle, because he is nothing but a big baby. Couldn't do it the right way.
I saw a fundamental wrestling maneuver to secure the win by Evan Daniels. Daniels in rare form tonight. What a championship defense by a literal star.
A gutsy performance by Cartwheel, and a challenger upcoming for the Heritage title, the Mile High Samurai, Royce Isaacs.
7 long years since I've been here at United. First day back, I'm already dealing with 2 clowns, Jordan Castle and Maximilian. This stooge over here, Jordan Castle, Jester Maxon, calling me a paper champion. Son, I'm not a paper champion. I'm a champion that makes paper. Don't ever question my time as Heritage champion. This path that you two are walking, every single brick was laid by me. And that path, it led right back to me. Time to go get my Heritage championship back.
Most men over 40 look into the mirror and see this, when they could be seeing this. Most men over 40 look into the mirror and see this, when they could be seeing this. Most men over 40 look into the mirror and see this, when they could be using this. Particle 6-in-1 Face Cream for Men. The first of its kind anti-aging cream designed specifically for men. Fights eye bags, dark spots, and wrinkles. Visit ParticleMen.com and use the promo code on your screen to receive 25% off your entire order. Plus, we've got free shipping and a 30-day money-back guarantee. www.ParticleMen.com. Because seeing is believing.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sunday Night Slam inside Thunder Studios. More championship action coming your way.
The following contest, set for one fall, is for the United Wrestling Network Heritage Championship. Introducing first, from Los Angeles, California, by way of Denver, Colorado, weighing in at 247 pounds, the Mile High Samurai, Royce Isaacs.
Royce Isaacs, one of the most decorated champions in the history of this program, held both the Heritage title and television title at the very same time. Can the Mile High Samurai stand on the top of the mountain yet again?
This man is successful, whether it's been in football or pro wrestling. He is absolutely dominated. I personally believe he is the biggest challenge yet for Maximilian and that Heritage title, and it's going down right now, Sunday Night Slam.
Yeah, Yep, cue the pipsqueak. Here comes Jordan Castle. And of course, I mean, why do we keep giving this guy a microphone?
Cut the music, cut the music.
That's a good question.
You slack-jawed morons will shut up and listen to what I have to say. Royce Isaacs is one of the best wrestlers in the world. He is a combat sports badass, he is an international superstar, and he is even a former heritage champion. But Baldy, former's all you're gonna be, because from Montenegro, standing 6'4", weighing 245 pounds, he is 1 in a million, Maximilian.
Say it, don't spray it.
Indeed. My goodness. I think the front row needs windshield wipers. But here comes the mammoth of Montenegro, the dominant heritage champion. Maximilian won the title from EJ Sparks. Has been unstoppable ever since, including that recent title defense over very tough opposition in Matias.
I asked ChatGPT earlier, what is perfection? And she said, Maximilian, a professional wrestler from Montenegro who has dominated the United Wrestling Network along with his handsome manager, Jordan Castle.
A deluge of Easter eggs here, and I, for one, hope that Jordan Castle ends up with egg on his face after his man puts the title on the line against Isaacs.
Showering the champion with chocolatey treats. The admiration for this dominant champion clear in Long Beach.
I don't think it, it's kind of the same meaning as streamers. I don't
What a kind gesture from this audience. Respect. And there you see it.
It is an exciting matchup for sure to come. And as long as we get these Easter eggs out of the ring. And for Isaacs as well, you talked about the martial arts background. That's what Jordan Castle said. 3 victories in Josh Barnett's Bloodsport for Royce Isaacs, the hardest hitting form of professional wrestling. And just steely-eyed is the challenger here. He knows what's on the line. It's a title he has held before, and these two behemoths lock up. This is a real house fight here, Christian. A lot of power on display in this one.
Yeah, I'm surprised anybody can even match the power of Royce Isaacs. He's certainly pound for pound one of the top powerhouses in professional wrestling today.
And Isaacs is known for that full Nelson big suplex that he calls the hush money. I would love for somebody to finally hush up old Jordan Castle there on the outside. Hair-raising battle here on Easter Sunday.
Like a couple of bulls locking horns there, TK. And a disrespectful slap from Maximilian to the challenger, Royce Isaacs.
And returning fire. And Isaacs is not someone who is going, to fall into the mental mind games of Maximilian or Castle on the outside. He will not be intimidated.
Yeah, Isaacs is a world fighter. He means business when he's in there. And he knows what's in front of him.
Look at this power, suspended.
Incredible.
Vertical suplex. And if you thought Maximilian couldn't have a bigger head, a bigger ego, all that blood rushing to the dome of Maximilian right now. What's the count up to here? 20 seconds, and down goes the champ.
Whether it's in Japan, whether it's the time 10 years ago where he and I dominated Las Vegas with a cover there, only 2. Royce Isaacs continues to impress. And what a heritage champion he would be if he can get past Maximilian tonight. You might see that championship belt defended throughout Japan.
Man, look at this. Look at the strength. That is a big, strong boy there. Walking around with the mammoth champion out of the gut wrench, up and over with the big suplex into the cover. And when you turn back the clock, Mile High Samurai as well, a prolific collegiate wrestler you talked about on the gridiron as well. Just, man, never a sport that this guy hasn't excelled at.
He was a lineman back in the day, and then ultimately trimmed down, became one of the strongest pro wrestlers in the game. And don't forget later on tonight, folks.
Can't wait.
That main event. Yep.
On the line, Cruz, Rosser, still to come. But that equalizer there, do you agree with those tactics to get the upper hand, Christian?
I mean, to me, it's whatever you got to get done to keep that championship, or for Royce to try to earn it.
Pillar to post here. Maximilian gets him up. Oh, trying to muscle him up for the power slam and a cradle here. Oh, he's got him hooked. Got him locked in there almost.
That's that wrestling background from Royce Isaacs to be able to take really any position and turn it into a pinning combination.
Looking for it again. This time gets him in the launch position. Big driving power slam by Maximilian, looking to put him away. Not yet. Want to get dropped on one of those Easter eggs. Speaking of getting dropped, man, what a DDT by the champion into the cover. That's got to do it. No, I don't know if I've ever seen Maximilian utilize that.
I don't know if I've ever seen Royce Isaacs in this much trouble, but it's no surprise with Maximilian and the dominant champion that he has been.
And look at this. Look at that pipsqueak getting involved. Isaacs just shrugging him off, pushing him away. But the attention, the focus in the wrong place there, but at least it didn't cost Isaacs, at least not yet.
Royce just flung off Jordan Castle. Castle better watch out.
IQ changing shots being administered here between these two. Side Russian leg sweep, beautifully done there, Christian.
Royce trying to gather his wits, though, get some air back in the lungs, feeling in that right hand. He took a nasty DDT about a minute ago in this fight, and really hasn't looked the same since receiving that punishment, and now looking for the audience here in Long Beach to get behind him is Royce Isaacs.
Yeah, and I mean, just the impact, you know, sacrifice play on that side Russian leg sweep looked like it jarred him as well, and could be battling a stinger in there. Might have some nerve damage in those upper extremities, but so goes downstairs throwing the big kick.
Look at Isaacs, a little prayer for Maximilian. Runs in and multiple clotheslines on the isolated opponent in the corner.
Boy, some sickle shots here that the Grim Reaper would be proud of. A series of clotheslines in the corner. Here comes the challenger. Champ over there. Oh, man. Ducked the first one. Couldn't duck that one.
Isaacs looking to position himself for a win. Looking to position himself to become Heritage Champion.
Nasty stuff. Boy, compactor. Here's the cover. Almost new champ. No, I'll tell you, Maximilian usually walks around a good 6'4". He might be about 6'2" after that.
There was a point where we didn't see anyone from the United Wrestling Network take Maximilian off of his feet. Royce almost got a 3 count right there. Are we on the precipice of crowning a new champion?
And look at that. Look at Castle. Look at Castle, just like he saved his man against Matias. Challenger was looking for the hush money, and a blatant low blow by Maximilian, and now locks him in the max factor. And Isaacs has no choice.
Here is your winner, and still your United Wrestling Network Heritage Champion. He's 1 in a million, Maximilian.
And the Easter eggs keep flying out of protest, and they're rotten eggs, quite frankly. After that, look at this, the low blow undetected after Castle got involved illegally yet again to save his man and prolong the title reign of Maximilian. Shallow victory, but I'm sure he's going to go swimming in the crystal blue waters and the deep pools of Montenegro.
The story tonight for me is Maximilian's continued dominance over the United Wrestling Network with Jordan Castle by his side. He seems to have the tutelage, the knowledge, certainly the strength, physique, and the looks to be champion for a very, very long time, TK.
But is it the dominance of Maximilian, or is it Jordan Castle's flippant excuse of the rule book.
Well, I think your analysis is off base, TK. I mean, a dominant champion never reveals his secrets. Something Jordan Castle said to that man a year ago changed him, and since then, the Heritage Championship has been around Maximilian's waist. I don't expect it to change anytime soon.
Well, let's talk about the world title because it's on the line coming up. Jordan Cruz puts the title on the line. He got past the masterpiece Chris Masters last time out on Sunday Night Slam, and this time he's got to take on Mr. No Days Off, Fred Rosser. It's main event time here on Sunday Night Slam. Cannot wait.
Yeah, it's going to be an incredible main event. Fred Rosser in the house. The fans here very excited to see him. You could feel it during our pre-show when he came out. They know that he might be the challenger to dethrone Jordan Cruz, who's had an incredible reign, but tonight it might be the end for Cruz.
Will history be made on Sunday Night Slam? Will it go from this to this for Rosser? We are about to find out.
It's time to go to work.
Here comes the challenger, Mr. No Days Off, Fred Rosser. Man that was a New Japan Pro Wrestling strong open weight champion. Man who held WWE Tag Team Gold in the past. And then, shifted to New Japan Pro Wrestling, where he's all business. He's a trainer in the dojo as well, and looking to add to his championship legacy. There you see the respect being shown as he enters this theater of competition.
This millennia has been defined by many moments in professional wrestling. For me, none bigger than the inception of the Nexus. And Fred Rosser has evolved since then, only become stronger and better.
The champion, dethroned the radioactive Poppy. Danny Limelight ended the longest championship reign in United Wrestling Network history. Has been on fire ever since. Victories over the likes of Javi, Scorpio Sky, the Masterpiece Chris Masters. Recently traveled out to Gotham Wrestling as well. No one's had the answer yet. For the champion out of Lafayette, Louisiana, can Rosser get the job done here in our main event?
My question, TK, is when is this man going to get his flowers? When will the wrestling world start to show some respect for Jordan Cruz? He comes off a broken leg and ends up dominating and becoming champion. Let's go to the ring for the announcements.
The following contest is set for one fall. It is your main event of the evening. And it is for the United Wrestling Network World Championship. Introducing first, the challenger. From Miami, Florida, weighing in at 239 pounds. Former WWE superstar, current New Japan Pro Wrestling superstar, Mr. No Days Off, Fred Rosser. And his opponent, from Lafayette, Louisiana, weighing in at 225 pounds. He is your United Wrestling Network World Champion, Jordan Cruz.
Will Madsen set the stage for our main event. That is what it is all about. United Wrestling Network World title on the line. Cruz defends against somebody with lots of international experience under the bright lights. And again, Rosser, what is the champion doing here? What is the champion doing here? It looks like he's trying to untie
paying
that
his
turnbuckle.
dues. It's part of the ring crew. He wants to respect this space, make sure everything's ready to go for the fight. That's what I saw.
I don't know what the champion was thinking there, thinking he had to get maybe some sort of unfair advantage, but that's what's on the line here. The coveted United Wrestling Network World title. Rosser again, former tag team title holder, teamed with Titus O'Neil, the primetime players, and fitting because no stranger to Thunder Studios, as Fred Rosser once competed here on Primetime Live. He was part of the world title tournament, took on the likes of Eric Rowan of the Wyatt Six, known then as Eric Redbeard, got past him in that big tournament.
Yeah, Fred Rosser's a seasoned fighter. He's done it all over the planet, continues to somehow get better year after year.
Sharp elbow there early.
Yeah, for Jordan Cruz, massive challenge. Look at that. He's dominating already. Beautiful wrist lock there by Rosser.
Rosser so technically sound, and you talked about earlier, look at that. Where the head goes, the body goes, and a great way to manipulate that by the champion. And we've got some great fundamental wrestling here. Neither champion or challenger, as they say, fools rush in. You don't want to make a pivotal costly mistake in this one, because you're in there with a consummate professional that can make you pay the price if you do.
A lot of people this week questioning whether Jordan Cruz would be up to his old antics. He's out by himself tonight, willing to face this challenge solo. Respect to the champion.
Yeah, I'm sure he had a great camp, though, with the likes of the Epic, Baby Slim, and the champ feeling it there. Big sit-out splash by Rosser, who again has just leaned out. You remember early in his career, he carried a lot of muscle around, but now I think Rosser has built more for the marathon than the sprint. He's able to go in there into deep water in a matchup.
Yeah, Rosser looks absolutely shredded tonight, in the best shape of his life. He's going to need it against Jordan Cruz.
What a reversal there by Rosser. I think Cruz was trying to get him in the launch position, maybe for the No More Sorrow early, and that was reversed in a big way. And now outside there on the apron, this could be nasty, nasty business here. Holding on for dear life as the champ. He did not want to take that ride. Into the fireman's carry, out the back door. Slide through. Oh my goodness, look out here, look out here. No, do not powerbomb that man on the floor. Oh, is holding on, double grip there. And oh, what a sit-out splash by the challenger.
Yeah, that's smart by Rosser to counter there. If he collides with that cement floor, he might be out cold. This fight would be over. Instead, Jordan Cruz looking worse for wear ringside.
That just shows you the lengths that the champion was willing to take, and now paying the price, as if Rosser to say, you were going to do that to me? You're going to try and powerbomb me on the outside? How about you taste the guardrail, taste the apron?
Rosser just dumping Jordan Cruz right under that steel guardrail.
Champ getting hung out to dry, and getting the adulation here of the crowd, and we will return. You want to be part of the crowd. You want to be here in Thunder Studios where the action is. You want to see great main events like this? You can come here on May 17th. For tickets and information, go to SundayNightSlam.com. Oh my gosh, drop toe hold into the steps.
Rosser just eating that top step. And that is why you want to bring that fight back into the squared circle. Real dangerous territory here.
The official allowing some leniency. Now the count is on, but you can see the pain in the back there, and I think it had to do with that splash on the apron earlier. Full mount now by the champion, and look at this. Even administer the torque when he's trying to posture up and administer that ground and pound is affecting the champ.
Cruz has talked so much about how this United World title is his life. It means so much to him. And it's really a token of a man who once had a broken leg and was able to repair that appendage and come back and be better than ever. One of the best in the world is Jordan Cruz, and now here again, paying his dues, making sure the ring is good to go.
I don't believe that's what he's doing for 1 second, Christian Cole. He's trying to loosen, if not outright take that turnbuckle pad off, and you know what's under there. Just a solid steel ring. Can send you to La La Land in a hurry. So obviously the champion came in here with a nefarious game plan in mind, but action resumes here in the center of the ring. champion control and trying to just wear down, you know, the challenger here, slow the pace and dictates the pace. But look at this, Rosser, Mr. No Days Off, fighting back, gets back to his feet and eats a big Sunday punch on Sunday Night Slam, and the challenger got rocked.
You can see Jordan Cruz is favoring that back right now. Champion certainly feeling the effects of this fight thus far. And setting up Rosser for a nasty knee right onto the left temple of Fred Rosser, who catches the second one somehow.
Went back to the well. The pail came up empty. Uh-oh, look at this. The challenger dumps him on the apron there. Belly to back suplex. And my goodness, that will make your back crack and your liver quiver. And the champ is in deep, deep trouble. Look at this, Christian. Take us through it.
He caught that needed Fred Rosser, but then just ultimately dumping Jordan Cruz right on his back and neck on the ring apron. Just a steel beam protecting, or rather not protecting the back of Cruz.
The champ is in deep, deep trouble here. What a lariat by the challenger, and attacking the upper extremities, might be sizing him up for that cross-face chicken wing, of course, taught to him by none other than former world champion himself, Bob Backlund.
Look at these strikes by Rosser. Chops followed him by big left lariats. The champion is in nasty trouble now.
Seeing a little of that Japanese strong style here out of Rosser. Spent a lot of time in New Japan Pro Wrestling. He is carving up the champion right now.
Yeah, Fred Rosser looking to control the leg and just pick apart Jordan Cruz. Rosser knows that Cruz is dominated in the United Wrestling Network. He knows the story of Jordan Cruz. He says that story ends tonight.
Well, I don't know that I've seen Cruz in this position in quite a while. He is completely at the mercy of the challenger right now, who is cooking with gas and applying a whole lot of heat and pressure here. Full head of steam by the challenger. Nowhere to go but down for the champ. Man, title is in jeopardy here.
Yeah, Rosser using that right hip to attack Cruz, who was stuck in the corner there. Now, Cruz looking to try to get away from this fireman's carry. Cruz has that top rope. Champion is slithering.
And look at that, the back just gives out again. And remember, last time on Sunday Night Slam, Cruz was in that master lock for quite some time. Maybe he hasn't even recuperated from that. But adrenaline can do wonders. Comes up with the suplex, a costly one at that, into the cover. Almost retains, but must fight on in our main event.
Jordan Cruz has gone through so much to become champion. And tonight, Fred Rosser looks to take that title away from him. Cruz is looking really hurt there in that back area, TK.
Gutsy performance, doing everything he can to hold on to the gold. You said it. He said, this title is my life. Well, he's putting his very life and livelihood and well-being on the line against a very tough and battle-tested challenger in Fred Rosser. And somehow, some way, he's fighting through the pain as the champion. He's still got the high ground right now.
I like what the champ's doing. Trying to pick apart Fred Rosser. Might be just waking him up. Rosser throwing big right elbows.
Digging down deep. This thing is going into the fourth quarter. Who's got that little something extra in the gas tank? Short flight, bad landing there. For the challenger, clutching the head there.
Yeah, that thing had to have his head ringing. He has not stopped holding his head, has Fred Rosser, since receiving that DDT.
Well, these two, champion and challenger, both have their bell rung, but the bell has not sounded because this main event continues. Who wants it more here? Champion looking for that version of the last serenade. Oh! Challenger kicked out of there at one. Where is he finding this from? He's catching his second wind here.
I'm not sure Fred Rosser knows where he is. He looks loopy. Somehow able to kick out.
There it is. Locking it in. Locking it in. Looking for that cross-face chicken wing. Oh my gosh, he hit the buckle. And again, just think of the pain that has been dished out. Incredible. Elevates him up into the gut buster. Deep hook of the leg. History made. No.
Fred Rosser so close to becoming United Wrestling World Champion, and now punishing elbows from the top. Is this the end of the reign of Jordan Cruz?
This is a bludgeoning, and like he did against Masters, he's on an island, no man's land. He can't kick off of a rope here and save himself. He might have no choice but to tap here to the crossface chicken wing. The champion is reaching out for the rope, for the reaching for that pad.
Yeah, he's got it.
Oh yeah,
look at that.
He's got it all right.
Incidentally, that turnbuckle comes off.
He's been looking for that since before the opening bell. Official trying to re-administer it here to that corner. And that's renting some space in the head of the challenge. Oh, what a shot.
Yeah, Rosser dragging the referee out of the way.
Can he do it? Can the champ do it? Gets him up. No more sorrow. Does he have enough to roll over? Even drape an arm to get the cover. The champion does. Hooks the leg. Cruz holds on in a thriller. That this main event clash took place in the home of Combat Sports, because it was a big fight feel here in Thunder Studios. You talk about the champion getting his flowers. In this case, the competitor out of Lafayette, he gets the fleur de lis as he catches him with the No More Sorrow.
No More Sorrow in the center of the ring. Champ just had to muster a little more energy to get that leg up and booked. There it is for the 1, 2, 3.
It's got to be mentioned, though, that the champ was going for that turnbuckle cover throughout the matchup, and the challenger was momentarily distracted there as the official was putting it back on. Cruz caught him with a hellacious shot, and then put the pedal to the metal with the No More Sorrow.
Yeah, it seemed to me like Jordan Cruz knew there was something wrong with that turnbuckle. Spent a few moments during the match trying to fix it, trying to repair it. It didn't work out. It's just the way the cookie crumbles, TK. Another successful title defense for JC. And like he said, the champ is risen.
Cruz knows that to win in this game, sometimes you gotta play dirty. Sometimes you gotta win not only the physical game of chess, but you gotta win the mental game as well. The champ did what he had to do to get the win over a very tough challenger.
Yeah, what a night tonight. We saw some first-time matchups. We saw Jordan Cruz walk out with the gold. Fred Rosser in the house. Sunday Night Slam has been an incredible event. That's 2 in the books, partner, making history here in Long Beach.
I'll tell you, the United Wrestling Network is like Visa. It's everywhere you want to be. Let's talk about it. You got to keep your eye on everything that Memphis Wrestling is doing. They've got big stars coming through there, always an electric atmosphere. Championship Wrestling returns to the Irvine Improv on April 21st. Then Gotham Wrestling, April 28th in West Nyack. And we will be back here at Thunder Studios on May 17th for Sunday Night Slam number 3.
Yeah, and it's important to know we've been selling out in Irvine. We've been selling out in Oxnard. So if you want, you got to get your tickets right away. You can go to either Levity Live or the Irvine Improv's websites to get those tickets. It's been incredible events for Championship Wrestling.
In terms of Sunday Night Slam, we will see you on May 17th. Go to SundayNightSlam.com. Be here. Join us live, or of course, watch us live wherever you may be, when once again, it is time to fight on. Good night, everybody.